Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Kickoff Discussion Podcast. Well, in this video, I'll be discussing about Chelsea's game against Crystal Palace, which ended in 1-1 draw at the Stamford Bridge. Well, if you ask me, it was a good game from Chelsea's perspective. However, in the second half, they were not able to manage the game properly, which led to Crystal Palace equalizing earlier in the second half. For me, in this video, I will be discussing about their tactics and game plan. I will discuss about the key moments, and I will also discuss about individual performances in the game. And let's get to it. Well, from Chelsea's perspective, their tactics and game plan, I think right now we are beginning to see a back three. We are beginning to see more managers using a back three formation in this new season, and there are notable coaches who have adopted this tactics and game plan just of recent, the likes of Ange Postecoglou, Mikel Arteta, including Enzo Maresca as well, and Pep Guardiola as well. But how Chelsea play their three-man defense is quite different from what other managers are doing, in the sense that if you watch the game quite well, you understand that Chelsea, they played their three-man defense in the sense that when they were in the first phase of the build-up, they kind of push Malo Gusto high up the pitch, whereas Wesley Fofana will play as the right back, while Moses Caicedo will join the central defenders along with Marco Cucurella and Levi Colwill, making that three-man defense. Well, I think that 3-5-2 formation is quite different from what other managers are doing, and in the first half, this dynamic seems to work well for them because they were pumping the ball forward. They were just bombarding Crystal Palace with attack upon attacks, and if they manage to play like that in the second half, I don't think Crystal Palace will be able to stop them. Well, I just want to discuss a little bit about it, and specifically I will do a video about Enzo Maresca's tactics and game plan in subsequent videos. I will do it specifically in the midweek. But what I just seen in this game is just that in the first half they were just all over the place with this tactics and game plan, and Marco Cucurella, big up from him. He was just so instrumental in how Chelsea played this tactics perfectly well. In fact, sometimes in the middle of the park, if they need be, when opposition are on the break against them, and they quickly recover the ball, which is quite important in these tactics. They got it well in this first half. However, in the second half, everything will have their opportunity, and Crystal Palace did have their opportunity in the second half, and they took it. They took their opportunity in the second half, and they also got a goal in the process. But from my own perspective, I said it earlier, if Chelsea had managed the game brilliantly well in the second half, I don't think Crystal Palace will stand a chance against them. However, it is what it is. They were not able to keep Crystal Palace out that much, and they eventually got a goal. Moving on to the key moments from the game, Nicholas Jackson got the opening goal for Chelsea, assisted by Cole Palmer, and Noni Madueke was heavily involved in that goal. Well, Madueke is just in form of his life at this point in time, and the boy is just unplayable. The boy is unplayable. There's nothing you can do to stop Noni Madueke and Cole Palmer, especially in that right hand channel of the pitch. Whenever Cole Palmer is with the ball, Noni Madueke knows exactly what Cole Palmer will do, and he always puts himself in a position whereby he is able to receive the ball from Cole Palmer, and if Madueke as well is on the ball, Cole Palmer does the same. So I think the understanding between both players is beginning to yield good results for Chelsea, and if you look at their last 4 goals came from both Cole Palmer and Noni Madueke single-handedly. They are heavily involved in those goals, and today Cole Palmer as well got an assist. So this guy is just unstoppable as well, because this season is now got 4 assists and 1 goal, which is quite good for him from my own perspective. Very good for him, and Chelsea has started on a very big note this season. If Chelsea played the way they played in the first half against any opponent throughout the 90 minutes, I don't think any team can stop their attack in the Premier League. Take that from me. I don't think any team will be able to stop their attack. But it is what it is. In the second half, Eberechi Eze got the equalizer for Crystal Palace. That goal from Eberechi Eze was a fantastic goal from him, because Dakolo was trying to take a shot, and one of Chelsea's defenders blocked the shot off, and the ball just fell into the path of Eberechi, who called the ball into the back of the net. Where there's nothing Sanchez could do in that regard, because he was already on one side of the goalpost, thinking that the shot would go through so that he would be able to save comfortably. However, I think if he had moved a bit to his left, I think maybe he may have stand a chance to save that goal. But it is what it is. He could not, and he basically gave Crystal Palace the much needed equalizer, which Crystal Palace needed at that point in time, and the game ended 1-1 draw. It was a great point for Crystal Palace, if you ask me, because when Chelsea had their chances in the first half, I think if the Chelsea had scored like 2 or 3 goals in that first half, I don't think Crystal Palace would be able to even come back in the second half to equalize or do any magic in the second half. That is about key moments in the game. And moving on to individual performances. Well, people always judge Nicholas Jackson, and that sometimes I looked at it, and last season I said it, that if Jackson is given the right amount of time, do you understand, the right amount of time and opportunity, I think he will do great things. And this season so far, he has got, I think this is his second goal of the season. Today, I think he could have got like 2 goals in that game. He could have got 2 goals in that game, and even an assist if he had tried as much as possible to the second to the last chance he had in that game. If he had tried as much as possible to pass to João Felix. But it is what it is. He got a goal, which is quite good for him. And I think if he continued on this momentum, I think there's nothing stopping him from getting around 15 to 20 goals this season. That is just how it is. If he continue with like this, I think he will get around 15 to 20 goals. But sometimes there are still little things that he needs to do right in terms of in terms of assisting his teammates, and not always trying to score goals himself if he is not in the right position to do so. So he got 2 chances in the second half, which I think one of them could have resulted into a goal, at least if he had assisted João Felix. But he tried his best and he got a goal, which is quite good for him. And moving on to Cole Palmer, I said it earlier, Cole Palmer is just a guy who is unstoppable. And sometimes, there's this understanding between himself and Madueke, which is actually giving Chelsea that great attacking momentum this season. So I think if they continue like this, it will be very difficult for anything to stop them. Sincerely speaking, it will be very, not even Man City will be able to stop them. Seriously, because the understanding between these boys, it's yielding a lot of result for them so far, and I'm quite glad that they are getting it right. And as well, Enzo Maresca, well, I will big up to him, but I think in the second half he could have managed the game better than the way he did. You understand? He could have managed the game better than the way he did, and if he had actually spoken to his player well on the break, I think they will have come back and play well in the second half. That like what happened against Wolves, they are 2-2 at halftime, and second half they came back to the game and scored 4 goals. I think they are a little bit relaxed when they know that they are 1-0 up in the first half. So I think maybe that contributed to the concession of the second goal. But that is my own opinion. That is what I think. Well, that will be us for this video. If you are just coming across this video for the very first time, please do well to like, share, and subscribe. If you are new, please kindly like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notification so that whenever I drop a content, you'll be the first person to see it. Well, that will be all for this video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another episode, and bye for now.